back chat a bit for Girl by Moonlight.
Oh yeah.
Oh
what's
yeah.
her name?
Andrew.
All right, so last time, someone do a quick recap to let us know why you were leaving Europe.
Tour, and also finding the other things that aren't very important.
We're trying to find hints on where we can get to the Room of Renunciation, and also that dude who's leading like the apocalyptic cult in the Ordo. And so I think our plan was to head to Chicago.
Yep.
And ask one of Art's friends, who is an avatar of the shaman. I think we settled on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now that. Yes. Who can
Do you remember what the name of that person was?
Yeah, Sapphire Dream.
Tell me a little bit about Sapphire Dream.
Sapphire Dream is drag queen by night, drag queen who does fortune telling by day. I don't think Art has ever like the non-Sapphire Dream persona. Like, and I imagine it's part of like the shaman, like tradition in a way, like putting up that persona in a way of like distancing the personal from the spiritual. They wear only blue. They have blue lipstick, blue eyeshadow. It's like too much blue. It's too much blue. But somehow it works. It shouldn't work. I want to be clear. Like, it shouldn't work. You should look at this person wearing all this blue and be like, you look hideous. But like, somehow it works. And that's really all I got on Sapphire Dream so far.
Okay. So, overdose of blue. Oh, okay. I did put that in the Trello. I just put it in the wrong place. Okay, let me... we'll make a note here. Yeah, from Chicago, Wicker Park.
Yeah.
Blue as fuck.
Blue as fuck, yeah. Thankfully not like blue skin. They're not like doing Smurf cosplay.
Yet.
Avatar.
No, what?
Just wait.
For a drag night, they would probably do like Smurfette, wouldn't they? One time. Oh no.
Smurf night.
Maybe not.
Smurf night, yeah, Smurf night. Everybody's drinking like vodka and blueberry juice.
Roxy will be there. Painted blue. Great night.
But yeah, like I think Art has a place in Chicago, so I think he like offers to let y'all crash there on his couch.
Pretty much from Chicago too.
Wait, why would I be on someone's couch? I'm rich as fuck.
Well, if you're rich as fuck, then rent a hotel, I guess.
We're all rich as fuck. Let's go fucking 5-star this shit.
I mean, I guess, but like I like my bed. Roxy, I've missed my bed. I think I'll stay in my bed.
You still have a house?
House is a strong word. I've got like a condo unit, yes.
I imagine that like Max graduated, moved out of his dorm, sold all of his crap, and he's just been living in Roxy's van since then.
Like, one of those van livers, aren't you?
Yeah, I have a place.
Just couch surfing, trading, like editing people's home projects.
Oh my god.
You're like Roxy's manager now. You don't need to worry about this.
Oh yeah, like we have money now. It's great.
Yeah, I would say it's one of those things where like I had a friend who actually was doing pretty well doing like these kind of amazing wedding videos.
Oh yeah,
and now the stuff for people.
Max was told he couldn't do that after he put in a twist ending in the last one.
Yeah. Surprise! That's not what I wanted at all.
Oh my god.
All right. So here's the thing, though. To get back, I'm assuming are you going back through Dominator and through the portal back to your?
I thought we were getting a.
We have
We
money
We
in
got
a
passports
jet.
now. We could just fly.
Yeah, you also have a van that's just sort of sitting in the middle of Nebraska.
I'll pick up my van at some point.
You can pay somebody to go pick up the van.
Okay.
Look, I need you to go to Nebraska. No questions asked. Take this van.
Oh my god.
What's in Nebraska? Just go there.
Don't worry about it.
Y'all are so much.
Okay. Okay, so you're just flying back and the van's just out there somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you got your passport and such taken care of. You're able to just sort of fly back. You come back to Chicago. It has been a bit of a time. Good. That the fun part of it being in the real world is putting some stuff into the Google Earth doc. So yeah, you fly back in. It's been a while since you've been in Chicago. As you arrive, well, there's people sort of looking at you. There's not like paparazzi or anything like that.
You must be mistaken.
Actually, wait. This won't count for using the star, but go ahead and make a star roll.
Nice.
It won't count towards a success. I'm sure there's a chance for that.
Betty Taylor.
Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, there are some photographers and such. So as you land, and this is yeah, Art. Are you still doing some stories?
Yeah, stories here and
Okay.
there. Like I don't know if I'm on like a story right now, but I was, doing articles here and there.
Okay. And then Max, you've just been kind of doing some film stuff. Like, I'm a film guy. Is this? By the way, is this gonna be your whole entourage? Just these two?
I mean, I could get more groupies if you want.
Probably best just to keep it small because with the weird stuff that happens around y'all,
Yeah.
you get too many that
I
can
have,
get a little
I have a
dangerous.
Twitter entourage. It's fine. I keep them updated at all times.
Just don't give
Yeah,
out
so,
your hotel number or your room number. I mean, I guess you give out the room number without the hotel. That's like half the information.
As you show up, like I'm imagining you get a mix of sort of like teens and girls in their 20s, and then dudes of all ages who maybe are a little odd when they show up places. You're like, it's one thing when they come to your show. It's another when they like come where your plane has landed and like you're outside. Like the thing if you're coming towards
Yeah.
it. Like you let people know like landed in Chicago kind of thing.
It's creepy, but like any good star has to, on pain of not being a star anymore. She takes it in her stride, signs autographs and stuff.
Hi, stalkers. Keep moving. Okay, you end up landing, get your stuff taken care of, and very soon you are Ubering out of O'Hare Airport. So I'm assuming it sounds probably like Max and Roxy are going to a hotel, and Art's.
Yep. So
I don't know if it's Art's headed home directly, but what's the plan?
So you're gonna call us after you've got in contact with the Sapphire Dream.
Yeah, Sapphire. Yeah, how about we just like, what time is it? Like to begin?
I'll say you're a bit jet lagged because you've flown in from Europe.
Yeah.
But we'll say it's about 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can take it easy, get a nap in, and then see if we can catch her before her show tonight. I think she's open to like 7.
Dope.
Cool. I'm gonna go. Yeah, he might even like take the L back. I don't know if he Ubers with them to like the hotel.
Maybe go to the hotel, maybe grab the L back home.
Yeah. I think he takes the L back home. Like
Okay.
he thinks he'll be nostalgic, and then he gets on. Is like, oh wait, actually the L like sucks. Like I forgot. Like the blue line gets delayed. Like There's a door problem.
If someone's pissed on it.
Yep, of course.
Okay, and I'm assuming do Roxy and Max, do you guys crash when you get back when you get to the hotel, or?
Yeah, Roxy will just hang out. Like, we're here for art stuff, so she'll just chill.
Okay. So, Art, where is the neighborhood you're from?
I think he. I think he grew up in the suburbs. Probably like Naperville. Yeah.
I know a lot of people from Naperville.
Yeah. So probably grew up in Naperville, but moved to the city when he was an adult. And I think he's got a like condo unit that he's bought in like Noble Square. Like that sort of area.
Okay.
Yeah. So for I keep forgetting, not everyone here is from Chicago or knows Chicago. It's like very hipster. It's very hipster.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know Chicago very well, but yeah, I guess it works.
Like lots of like craft beer type bars and like things like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm checking through. I'm trying to remember the places I've been that I've kind of stayed in with for a little bit. Some was a bit north. I mean, I used to live in Waukegan. But, okay. So yeah, you kind of take the L back, and there's a little something about kind of walking back through the streets again. I mean, it's home, and you're coming back to this area you haven't been in quite some time. There is, however, that reminder is: was this your home with your husband?
Yeah, with Henry. Yup.
Henry. Okay, I wanted to say Hank. I knew that was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that kind of weirdness. I'm also thinking, since he went through a Room of Renunciation, sometimes it leaves kind of a hole where you're aware of what happened, which is a little unusual. But I'm guessing a lot of the other people that you two were friends with, they just sort of, that part got erased. Like, there's a strange person in some of the photos that they can't quite remember who that guy was. There's some photos that are missing.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask, because, like, Art took his last name when they married. So, like, Roland isn't Art's, like, birth name. So, like, on his, like, passport and stuff, like, it's probably not on there, huh?
Yeah, we'll say that actually said. I kind of like the idea that for you, for some reason, things remained as they were. Like since you're the one that kind of ripped mostly out of your life, your stuff remained as is. But to a lot of other people, they don't quite remember any of those things.
Oh, interesting.
Because I had an idea earlier about a reason why it might be. You might still remember these things because it's kind of suggested that it's pretty common for people not to remember.
Yeah.
And basically, I mean, just sort of like ripped out. There's a weird hole people have in their lives, but a lot of times they don't quite remember what actually happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, then you're back into the condo that you shared, a lot emptier than it was, and it's that weirdness of being, particularly since you've been gone for a while, like airing it out a little bit, and then sort of crashing. Do we want to skip to where we all meet, or are you going to get a hold of Sapphire yourself, or are you all going to go to her show?
I think we're trying to catch her like before her show. So I think she like does readings in Fortune by the day, and then she sometimes has shows at night, or she doesn't have a show. She's like going out to party.
And you couldn't pay Max not to meet what's essentially a major plot point character. Hercules like, what did you say? It's a fortune teller that wears bright blue all the time?
It's identification, so the audience will recognize.
Turning down tint on all cameras. It's
Very vivid thematic scene right now.
Yeah, and like I have like Sapphire Dream is at 45% as my guru, so like we're close enough that like I can text her. So yeah, I text her like I think I've given her a heads up that like, hey, I'm gonna be in town. like maybe the day before or something. Like, could I swing by with some friends? We have some stuff we wanted to ask you about.
Fuck yeah! How you doing?
Well, it's been a ride. Let me tell you that much. I met a chef I really like. When do you know Roxy Oz?
And then that's I rolled the percentage there to see if she knew Roxy. She's like, Roxy Oz? Fuck off.
Hey, you know who's like best friends with Roxy Oz?
Fuck. Period. Off. Period.
Are they saying that
How
out
the
loud
fuck
or are
did
they
that
texting
happen?
this?
No
Okay.
texting.
Yeah.
Just, fuck.
Then Art just
Off.
does like
How the fuck did that happen?
Art does winky face, eye emoji, winky face, and then like I'll tell you all about it when I see you.
Is Roxy coming?
Of course.
Fuck yeah. I was like, give me. So like the time you're supposed to meet, then she goes, give me an extra half hour.
Sure thing. Sure thing. Roxy always loves meeting a fan.
I'm just gonna close this document before I work myself into some kind of hate spiral.
Cool.
God.
Roxy's
Yeah.
so happy.
Don't fight. Don't fight.
Yeah, like
We can have
Roxy, guess what? She's a fan.
I mean, was that ever in question?
She may
Roxy just assumes.
Of
be
course.
magically compelled to be so.
Hi, yes, it's me. Who are you? The fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's fair. Like, she's kind of on the music scene, anyways, for her shows. I wonder if she's done one of your songs. You can ask her.
Hey Roxy,
Just
how
like-
many like orange clothes do you own?
Oh my god.
I
Oh my
mean,
god.
My high school color is orange and blue. Also,
I mean, we
blue
could
eye.
go buy some. I hear orange is. It isn't in, but we could totally make it in.
Everything is in these days.
Yeah, but, like Max just wants to like get a juxtaposed frame shot of her wearing all
my
orange next to this woman
God.
wearing all blue. Just like, yes, this is perfect.
I don't know how she is about photos at her readings, but I'm sure, depending on the venue rules, you may be able to catch her at a show. But who knows? No, fuck. She'll want a picture with Roxy Oz. Like, you'll get that much at least.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Alrighty then.
Like Max is stripped down to like just his shoulder-mounted camera,
Okay.
I'm like,
All right.
And nothing else.
and his cell phone, which he appreciates as.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I guess if we've got like more time to kill, maybe like. Well, I guess we're going shopping for orange, huh?
Shopping for orange.
Let me fill my drink real quick.
If we're back in the city, there's one more thing Max would probably want to try now that he's got more magic on his side,
Uh huh.
and that's trying to capture the insane shadow people on camera again.
Oh right.
Yeah.
So Max went to school like in the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should have a long-spirited discussion about this Moonlight game at some point because
You
I'm
and I in
interested-
private, yes.
I am interested in your opinions.
Oh, no, like honestly, I would love to talk more about it. Let's do it in private.
Okay.
Are you back on? Are you back on?
We both want to talk to each other more about it, but not in this context.
It's talk, or is he gonna berate you?
I'm a big boy.
How dare you like this?
I don't.
How
I'm not.
dare you?
I'm not
Anyways,
mad that he likes it.
so Max
I'm not
wanted to
gonna-
go take pictures of the shadow people.
Yeah, now that he's back in the city and he's got his camera, he's just gonna kind of keep the viewfinder on and attempt to like. He's not really paying attention because they like to sneak into frame when he isn't paying attention.
I have an idea I'd like to pitch related to this. Like I think Art brings up like I mean, you're welcome to come to my place if you want. It's a little awkward. Do I know that you're looking for shadow people?
Max probably hasn't mentioned it because it hasn't come up yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Never mind.
Max has probably mentioned that he really liked filming abandoned parks of Chicago,
Oh, okay.
and that he's
No.
like he did that a lot for like thesis work.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind then.
Okay. All right. So we have you all meet and then go see Sapphire.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
Okay, so you're going to Sapphire's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sapphire's place is it's kind of it's in one of the like Sapphire actually is doing apparently really well for herself. There is a got a part of an old house that they're turned the front kind of parlor of it into a fortune teller's den.
Mm-hmm.
And when you show up, like the light is on there. Like, and the thing is, you know that most of the time, friends, you don't usually go through the fortune teller part of it. You go around to the side,
Yeah.
and you basically come in through the kitchen.
Max,
That's how friends. But when you show up, that light is off. The light of the fortune teller part is on.
Yep. Max was almost
Sapphire's
disappointed.
making it look weird. The what?
Max was almost disappointed they didn't get to go through the fortune teller part until he sees that has the light that's on.
Yeah, like the light for the like the we're here light, that like the open light is not on. But like it's definitely like you realize, yeah, she wants to make it look full on fortune teller shaman chic. For
I love the comedy.
I'm so excited for this. All right, let's go.
Roxy's entire orange, by the way. She's just
Oh my
fucking
God.
flipped it up.
Orange lipstick. Orange lipstick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Powerful. I don't know if she'll love it or hate it, but I'm excited to see.
Just remember to stand
So,
at a gradient to her. That's how it works.
A what?
I'll let you know.
Like the color wheel, right?
You're literally starting to bleed into each other's colors. You gotta move apart. Okay, much better. As you walk in, there's an undercurrent of like sage and incense with a pot smell definitely underneath it. As you come in, and there's like draperies and such hanging all over the place. There's all these like they're kitschy and kind of tacky in the kind of way someone who makes it look awesome might have. All around there, like basically, like it's very clear that this is all set up to really put forth the idea of the of a fortune teller, and in particularly a fortune teller in this neighborhood. The neighborhood itself is, I think, we're probably gentrification. In the
Wicker
area
Park
that you live.
is gentrification.
And yeah, so fairly nice. And this is one where like the neighborhood there's a lot of kind of young, especially like young gay professionals in that particular area. So there are those who kind of a little more like specifically flamboyant, partly for the kitsch, partly because it does bring in some of the tourist stuff that comes through that area. And as you sort of come in, like, and you're sort of like normally, like you can see there's the doorway with sort of the beads. It looks really dark, and what you basically that is like, it leads into our living room. And you're sort of waiting. She's not quite there yet. As the three of you enter, and the door opens. How tall is Sapphire?
Do you have a specific feeling about this? Because I don't. And it sounds like you're going for something.
I love the idea.
I'm in.
Tall.
It sounds like you're casting Blue
Like
Oprah
a 6
from
foot.
A Wrinkle in Time. With the tinfoil chicken suit and everything.
I've
I've just seen the pictures, and I already know not very good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've heard very mixed things.
Same.
I've heard a lot of it depends on if you're with children or if
That's
you love
exactly
the book,
what I heard
the
too.
book as a child.
And from what I've heard is
Yeah.
like if you like the book as a kid, a lot of it's off. But if like you've got small children, it'll keep them entertained. But the biggest thing I've heard is like Oprah comes across like she's playing God.
Wow.
Well, it's Oprah. Like she gets to do that.
I mean, I've
Touch
heard
the face of
Beyonce play
Oprah,
God,
child!
but
So Sapphire Blue comes in like
Sapphire Dream.
resplendent. Dream. I'm sorry, Sapphire Dream. Sorry, comes in like resplendent in blue. Like blue nails, lipstick. Like right now is basically set up for
Nails. I should have done my nail. Fuck.
oh,
And she comes
she
in,
definitely like has bedazzled her dresses.
okay. Comes in, kind of looks over all three of you, like has almost a point of starting with Roxy, then Art, and then like comes over. And gives you
I give her a
giant
big hug.
It's
Too
been
long.
so
Too
long.
long.
Max takes
Oh,
a second to put an extra anti-glare filter over his camera lens.
And like actually when she says hi to you, Max, like it's looking straight into
Like
the
Max,
camera.
Max is fine that like she's
Hi.
not touching him or even like acknowledging his presence so long as she's talking into the camera.
This is a healthy relationship.
Sapphire Dream.
I am fine if you keep your distance.
Yeah, and like reach out like a hand,
Like-
like Sapphire Dream.
Max like tentatively reaches out with a hand that's not holding the camera. It's reversed because it's like he's trying to shake
Okay.
her right with
And
his
the-
left, but
Yep. It kind of gives you a bit of a look, but then turns to Roxy and it's like, "My God, Roxy Oz!" And then comes to give you a big hug.
Hugs. Yes, absolutely.
And she looks down at what you're wearing. She's like, "This is amazing." It kind of like stands right next to you. It's like we clashed so badly, the walls are going to shake down.
Yeah, Roxy's going, like is totally on board with like. She was just doing it because like originally fucking Max was like, "Yo, just dress up as orange," but now she sees like the clash. She's just like, "Oh my god, yes, this is amazing."
He goes, "We are not going to get lost in a
Max is
snowstorm,"
like-
which it's
Max is
Chicago
like
in the
giggling
winter.
like a madman.
Chicago's like Chicago's still getting snow in March.
Like Indiana's still getting it. That's the Midwest.
Yeah. Well, no, the one not where I'm at. Like that, Central Illinois.
We don't have snow here right now. Like
Where are you at?
Oak Park, but literally across the street. I'm in Chicago.
Okay. I know. It was about a week or so ago. I had some friends that are teachers up there. That
Oh, that's lake effect
Oh,
snow.
Oh yeah, a week ago. For sure.
Chicago doesn't count because it's on the lake and does weird shit.
They called the
No,
Windy
they
City
don't.
for nothing. And Sapphire kind of plants herself in this very large hanging, like almost a hanging like
Mhm.
basket chair, and settles in. And it's very clear this is sort of where Sapphire does a lot of the readings. And was a hand, and there's a bunch of really nice and comfortable chairs like across.
Yeah, I'm sitting down, like making
Max
myself
is-
at home.
Max is going to deploy the tripod.
Are you, Sapphire? Are you okay with him? He does weird film magic stuff. He's cool though.
And he goes, "That's
Max is gonna
Absolutely fine.
look up for a second, smile, and then take the split second while she's in her elements to give her the director's eye and evaluate her for a natural. like you are in your
yeah, make a
element.
roll.
How unnatural are you?
She's so unnatural. She evaluates you.
Apparently. Let's find out.
Oh my god.
I can see into your soul.
Oh yeah, shit. 3. 6. You are positive that Sapphire deals in some sort of magic, like real
Good.
actual
Like
magic.
Max just sets himself down.
Like Adapt or Avatar, you would bet good money. And sort of looking around at all this stuff here too, a lot of this is set up. There's kind of a bullshit feng shui kind of shit that a lot of people who don't actually know how things work go into, and then there is sort of different like actual occult powers of association and other things. And as you're looking through, this seems set up for the real shit and not the kind of mass media style.
Max
that
can
a
kind
lot
of
of
pick
people are
out the
aware of.
difference between like cinemancy, things that are actually might be helpful to magic, and things that are just set dressing. Like,
Mm-hmm. I mean, granted,
yeah,
there's a shit ton of set dressing, but you do see the real shit. Like there's definitely a flair for the theatric, but you see the real shit there too. And as you're sort of looking around, like some general wards, looks like some minor rituals might have been done to sort of just protect the place, bring prosperity, stuff like that. Little things.
Good. Max just happily takes a seat.
She goes, so, what has brought you all the way out here on the night of a show?
Well, I told you about Henry. We found out what happened. You ever heard of something called a
Holy shit.
Room of Renunciation? I sure as hell ain't, but
And she takes a second and just kind of like, okay, fuck this, come on. Gets up and goes into the like the kitchen. Like goes up and just walks in, leaves the door open. You see a light go on.
Should we come with you? See,
Like
okay.
Max has already unmounted the camera.
Yeah, and she's sort of pouring a drink into something. And as you come in, she just goes, "Fucking hell, Art! I didn't realize we're going to talk about real shit."
Hey, if it's a bad day
Like,
for real shit, if
this
it's a bad day
kind
for real
of
shit, we
shit.
can come back.
And she looks over at Roxy for a second. Wait, Roxy, are you a candidate for the Invisible Clergy?
Miss Oz does not take any press releases without speaking through her manager.
It's essentially is asking if you're an avatar.
Roxy smiles and just says, God, what's the worst thing she could say right now?
Remember, if she says the worst thing, Max gets a point.
I find it really weird that Roxy was homophobic at that point. Like I was like, what the fuck, Roxy?
I think that she says something a line of like, just like, no, I am the star.
Sapphire sort of laughs. Like, well, I'm just a rented day shaman down here in Chicago. I figured, God, you blowing up like that was... I thought you were more than just, regular folk.
You're selling yourself short. There's a lot of neat stuff around here.
Oh, because others need
Oh
stuff.
my god, can we duo at your show tonight?
Fuck yes.
I need more cameras.
Fucking yes.
I need a lot more cameras.
God. He goes, okay, she's like she's pouring some drinks. She goes, okay. First though, and then like kind of passes a shot
Down.
and goes, so Room of Renunciation.
Okay, so you know what it is? Sounds like.
Room of Renunciation rewrites who you. It makes. I mean, everything you said. I mean, I thought there's a dozen things that could have happened to you, but that is. I mean, if your husband was taken by a Room of Renunciation, you still remember it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's anything that can be done. I mean, once you go through a room, you are not you anymore. You're something else. And that's cosmic level shit we're talking about.
But it's just I can't just like put them back in there and boom.
It's like unbaking a muffin, Art. Practical only if you have a shit ton of magic.
Well, then, so I just need to get a shit
you
ton of
got
magic, and then I can get him back? Is that what you're saying?
Max just starts laughing wildly.
Okay, so at one point, like then she goes over and opens up one of the cabinets and starts pulling out a few things, and then comes and she's got like a little tab on her finger. I can see what I can find out, but you're going down the rabbit hole with me.
I'm with you all the way.
You're gonna have to explain this.
Stick out your tongue.
Yeah, Art does it.
And then she puts a shot of acid on your tongue and goes, wait a moment, goes back, takes one or two.
The only reason Max hasn't stopped this is because he can't.
Yeah. And then she looks over the two of you and goes, we should be safe here, but just in case.
Max slides his incredibly fake-looking gun onto the table.
Wait! I didn't. You know, I wouldn't ask you to do anything that was gonna hurt you. Like, oh my god, is it bad? Is this bad?
It's magic, Art. It's always bad.
Ugh.
Can I get a point for man who just took acid starts freaking out paranoidly?
Already.
Oh my god, I wasn't even trying. That's so
I need to grab my thing for a name generator.
He's already freaking out.
Like, listen, Sapphire, you taught me to do that, gutter shit, but, you didn't say you could, teleport people, and you, teleport to the show in Rome.
Teleport?
He wasn't...
He cheated.
I didn't cheat. I just did what you showed me, and then he was there. He wasn't there, and then he was there.
It was I hate it. I hate whatever he did, and I can't figure out how he did it.
Hey, I don't know either.
I need days to set that up. Perfect days. To even get something similar. And just he turned reality bruising into punching goddamn the universe into the jaw. But it worked, and now we're here, and things are going wrong, and I swear to God, if you bring it up again...
Hey, I'm trying to figure out just as much as you are. I'm not... Listen, we shouldn't be fighting now.
Yeah, Sapphire looks over at you, Roxy, and goes, can you control them? And it's setting up some stuff in a bowl.
Yeah, I think she just grabs Max's arm and is just come on, you can take some shots of me.
Fine.
Controlling someone.
He moves the camera over to catch the entire table, and the two of them pulls out a second camera.
Can I try on some of your blue so I can be blue and orange at the same time?
Yes, and kind of it'll be up in the
cool.
Guides you to the thing. So at that point, Art, she goes to this bowl and starts up the lights some fire in it. There's this pot and a few other things that are in there. And she goes, okay, lean over it.
Yeah.
Breathe in deep. Do you feel it? And you start to feel you're. I don't know if your character's ever taken acid before. And here's because I personally have never taken it, but I'm aware it takes a little while to kick the effect. It's hitting way faster.
Yeah, I think he's aware of it. He's been around people who've been on it, so he knows that something hey, it's supposed to take a little bit. I feel it.
And then Sapphire just kind of looks at you, and the smile seems to actually crawl off her face and just get bigger and bigger. He goes, "That's because you haven't tripped with me." Now let's see what we can find. And and there's a you feel yourself sort of falling, and then almost rushing down into something. And you kind of when you arrive, you're sitting in it's like a large forest. The trees themselves dwarf you to the point where there's a part of you that's did I turn really, really tiny? But as you look around the other bushes and such, you see that they're kind of the right size. Just the trees that are around you are just soar up. I mean, what you've imagined redwoods are supposed to look like. like the big ones. Like it makes you feel like absolutely tiny. And you hear a voice, Art, and it's almost coming from just the air around you. It's Sapphire.
Yeah, I'm here, but you aren't. Are you the trees?
Where are you? Oh, Art, something's here. Art, something went wrong.
Something went wrong.
Art, I rolled a 97.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Of course you did.
Art, remember, don't take any gifts. If it, and like Sapphire's voice sort of fades out, and you hear this.
I'm moving away from that noise.
Yep.
I imagine up in reality, like Max is just kind of pacing back and forth with his gun in his hand, going, "I don't like this. I don't like this." Like just verbally out loud.
Yeah. So I'm going to go this a little bit with Art, but while I'm doing that, why don't one of you make either a notice check or something you've got that'll be good for notice. Actually, both of you can make that check. So Art, you're, and there's a moment this large, like there's a large sniffing sound. I smell you.
He's gonna like very slowly walk away from the source of that voice.
You're looking for places that should not be found. Fate has already been set for your husbands.
Yeah, probably like shivering, crying a little bit.
And you feel something almost pull you back, and then like everything around you kind of blurs, and you're sitting on a city street.
I stand up and like go the sidewalk.
And like you said, kind of the sidewalk, and you're looking around, and it's like you can see like cornfields that are rushing out, like all over the place. You can see, just like all around you. Like there's in the distance, you can see like a horse and carriage, and but like you also see cars. And there's a man in like this larger white house. There's a man out there. He's carrying like a Valentine with him in his hand, and he looks at you kind of funny.
Yeah, I think like in this weird dreamscape, I'm probably there now, right? Like,
yeah. What are you? He asks.
Just me, right? Right?
Have you come for her?
Who's her?
Everyone here knows who she is.
Well, apparently not everyone.
The street's named for her, Mrs. Harrison.
Think I got the wrong street. Like, turns around.
As you turn around, he's then standing right behind you.
Figures.
No. You haven't found the wrong street. You've been looking for us for a very long time. And it's like his, like something like starts to push its way from like the corner of his mouth. Like it's almost like something is inside as it's stretching. It's like part of his neck. It's like there's something inside trying to distend its way through.
Oh my god, are you okay? Jesus fuck.
And there's like a crack, and then just like you see the side of his mouth just rips.
I'm running.
Down. Okay, so you run backwards and you find yourself like up the steps, and then you're looking into this home. this very, very kind of large home. There's a shop of some sort. You can smell like a lot of like soaps and really kind of like it's a very kind of a pleasant smell, but underneath it there's a rot.
Uh,
And the door behind you
oh
slams.
fuck. Fuck. I guess he goes towards the kitchen, right? Like,
Yeah, you kind of go towards the kitchen. You're gonna go. There's an old woman who's sort of in a rocking chair, and she's looks up at you, and there's some blood on her hands, like kind of a decent amount, and you see something that looks like it might have been human once, but has been ripped up beyond the ability to recognize exactly what it used to be behind her, and it's still sort of quivering on the ground. And she looks at you. You don't have the key to get where you're going.
where do I get it?
And she kind of reaches in to her chest. It just kind of opens up, and as she pulls it out, it's almost like a rib cage is almost trying to hold her hand in. And she pulls out it's a ruby, about this large. She sort of holds it, and I keep it. The only way back where you lost him is through here. And kind of places it back in. At which point, in the real world, Roxy,
Yes.
you do not notice anything in particular, but Max, you kind of were keeping an eye out for like the shadowy figures, and you saw one out of the corner of your eye through the lens for a second. But when you look back through the lens, there's a mirror where you can see there's a man standing. Man is well dressed, like impeccably dressed, and behind him there's a door, but you can't see much beyond that. Like he stands in mostly darkness, but you can actually see his features pretty well. And he's looking straight into the camera. And when you look up, you don't actually see him in the real mirror, but when you look back at the camera, you can see
kind of
him.
hoist the camera up on my shoulder so I have my hands. Like, I imagine like Max has a bit of practice doing that just so we keep the viewfinder to him. And he kind of moves in front of the mirror and tenses his hands.
He looks you over. My opposite is calling for you. It's trying to find you. You do not belong in their room.
I don't think you belong
Who are
here
you?
either.
I can only go to places I'm supposed to be. That is what it means to be one of us. What do you seek?
What do I
Little
seek? What do I seek? Like,
Now, Roxy, you definitely see him talking to the.
Like I imagine Roxy's
Yeah,
come out of a
yes.
cupboard like half blue, half orange now, and he's just like, "Oh my god!" and then just like looks, and it's just like, "Wait, oh, is this more fucking magic stuff?"
well, I'm a
You're talking to
filmmaker.
yourself now.
Not to myself, Roxy. Just watch them. I've got a feeling things have gone wrong.
I said the Roxy. The moment you can actually, I don't know if you're able to see if the viewfinder is one you can actually see. If Roxy happens to be standing near you, but if you do look through it, or if you do see it, you can actually then hear the voice.
I guess to answer the question is, I'm a filmmaker, right? So I'm here for the story and to make sure that everything goes as it needs to. The heroes win, the bad guys lose, and everybody lives happily ever after.
You only know one kind of story. There are other stories that don't end.
I know what sells.
A lot of real stories.
People don't go to films for the real stories. You're missing the point. Plus, I'm talking to a magic shadow man in a mirror. We've left reality a long way back.
You're looking for the opposite room. If you can enter it, you can enter its opposite. And since my opposite has started looking for you, I'm allowed to find you.
Does that mean
Once you have the key to entrance, you'll find me in Helsinki.
interesting? A lot of nice shots there. Does that mean there's an opposite me looking for you?
There's not an opposite me, there's an opposite room. You're looking for a room someone walked through once. There is a second room for every room in the
Like it
world.
slowly dawns on Max. Duality's such a lovely theme.
Which means that which has been taken away can be restored. The Statosphere may have some plans for you.
What could a choir want with a little adept like me? Big old gods concerning themselves with a little lowly candle that's going to snuff itself out at some point.
If I had the ability to know what the invisible clergy wanted, do you think I would be stuck as the servant of a room? I was once like you. Well, not quite like you. Once you found the way into that room, you can find the way into its opposite. I'm in Helsinki. At this point, you've made contact. They'll be coming for you. Be wary.
For the record,
And then he starts to fade.
you got a name?
Jacob Fuchs.
Maxwell Osgood.
And at that point, you very strongly come out of the trance. And both Sapphire and Art. Sapphire kind of head hits the table and is shaking. And looks up and is quite pale.
Oh my god! Let me get you some water.
So,
like, stumbling to the faucet.
Max is going to set the camera down and attempt the dumbest use of his ability I have, because I have college student that subs for therapy that is therapeutic. I'm going to say that I've helped people get down from bad acid trips before.
Oh my god!
Let's hope this works.
Holy shit! That's
no, and it's doubles.
Oh no!
Oh. Okay, and the more you sort of talk, like, what do you say? What do you say? To
It's
Sapphire?
fine. It's fine. Everything's real now. Everything's fine.
No, it was more real than you could ever imagine. It saw me, and it knows where I am, and it's looking.
Yeah,
for
I picked that up.
No, you have to go. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Okay.
This is more than I can handle. This is. By the way, mark your college student.
College student is at a 39. It doesn't come up very often.
All right, we're going. We're going. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought it would just be the usual. I thought it would just be.
I can't help you. I'm sorry, Art. I can't help you. If I go back there, if it tries to find me,
I'm going after her, and I gently hold her, by her arms, just laying my hands on her, and I would never ask you to do that. I wouldn't. I'll stay away as long as I need to.
You need to run.
Yeah, Art's running. Literally running.
Stupid question. Can someone's awe and worship of a person help calm them down?
Not in this point. I mean, she's basically
God
failed a basically sort of failed a.
I imagine her somewhere self or isolation has just gone through the roof. Maybe even helplessness.
Mm.
Do I need to resist anything?
We need to get out of here.
No, something different happened to you.
You can tell Max is serious because he has set down the camera and slung it over his back. He's actively stopped recording.
Yeah, I think as I'm running, some of the blue like nail polish or something that Roxy had laying out. I take that as like I'm running, pick it up off the table, like on top, like dump out part of it on my hand, wipe it in the carpet, kiss where I left like a smear, and something from the unconscious, like that feeling of knowing, like the accidental betrayal. Yeah, like that, just feeling that concept of like, and just puts that into his kiss. And I'm going to try and bless, or let me get the exact parlance right here because this is important. Bless Sapphire to hide from whoever's coming.
Well, they're not looking for her.
Yeah, but they're looking for us, and we were with her, and they know where she is.
They're not even looking for us, apparently.
No, they're looking for me.
Oh, they're looking for me.
They're looking for you?
What the Shadow Man said.
Either way, I'm doing this. Like, I guess it's a boon, right? Like,
yeah.
So I'm gonna roll this boon. All right. Drifter's 49, so I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of feel the magic kind of wrap around this area as you leave, as you give the sort of kiss of protection.
Yeah. It's like an opposite Judas. Because it's too late now.
I know what you did. You broke my heart. Kiss.
Yeah, like, I think, like, getting an Uber, setting the destination for, like, I don't know. All right, where do we run? We gotta run. Where are we running?
Max is like racking his brain for like weird art house dive places he stayed.
Listen, Harrison, I need to get to Harrison Street. I know that much, but I guess.
Out of curiosity, I did double check. I did give you enough information. You can actually Google the place you saw.
Oh, it's a big house on Harrison.
This is the fun part about being in the real world. Like I said, it was. If you remember the stuff that you saw and what happened, you actually have enough. I went through to check, and I actually did find the place because there's a real place.
Oh.
Like Max just tries to catch up as fast as possible, but he's like a lanky ass college student who doesn't run.
Yeah, I do not know where that is, but Art might. Would I roll for this?
You can roll for it. I'm almost curious.
So I know it's on Harrison Street. Harrison Street.
And you think about the stuff that you saw.
Yeah. Like cornfields. Cornfields?
Where are we going?
Okay, it was Harrison Street. There were cornfields, and like there's a fancy big white house and like horse-drawn carriages. I mean, I know they sometimes have like carriage horses riding. Buckingham? By Buckingham? By Grant Park? By the Formal Gardens?
Here's the thing. What you saw was not in Chicago.
I was gonna say,
like with those cornfields all around. This was not Chicago.
Okay, wasn't in Chicago. Cornfields, horse-drawn carriages, big white house. Ring any bells, anyone?
Can I roll filmmaker to see if that's an iconic scene?
I will say not, but I mean, make a roll.
Okay, or like filmmaker. Okay, we'll do filmmaker because it's like, hey, Where does this sound like?
You know that there might be some other clues in there.
Come on, spit it out. That's not all of it. It's never all of it on the first
Okay.
pass.
So I'm checking something.
White House. Man was dressed impeccably. There was horse-drawn carriages. There was corn.
What the hell is that word?
Corn?
No, no, not corn.
Impeccable.
Okay, can I get a point for that? Because that is textbook.
That is a
What?
extra one.
He said you dressed, and then like a word that didn't sound like impeccable. So Max went, "What word was that?" And he goes, "What, corn?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, that's straight." Like, okay, impeccably, like black,
Do yourself a
like
favor
black
and actually
buckles and hats.
Google some of the stuff you've said.
Harrison, corn, White House. White House?
No, not the White House.
No. That was the first thing that popped up. Probably because I typed White House.
Okay,
I was so
I might be totally off, but does it involve the Amish?
I think you might have found it.
Is it the Harrison Amish phone?
The what?
What?
There's a Harrison Amish market and village in New Jersey, of all places. Malika Hill.
No, you were close, but not it.
Harrison Ford?
There is a Harrison Ford Amish colony.
Amish.
Well, so what's so funny is some of the
No,
things
wait, that's from the movie The Witness. Okay,
Yeah, I know.
wait.
some of the things you've said,
Max
I've actually
would've known.
literally pulled up exactly the place.
Oh my god. Harrison, White House, corn. Benjamin Harris White House China collection. No. Not it. Here's the thing. I'm literally the worst at geography. Like, is my worst subject. I'm in another campaign that's doing like an XP of Europe, and literally 3 times a session, they're like, Colton, look at a map of Europe. Do you think we're in Italy right now, or do you think we're in Germany?
It's not,
I will
not
let the,
Benjamin Harrison, the president, is it? Because
No,
that's Indiana.
I will let the filmmaker, as you talk to him, check out Harrison Street and Buggy.
Oh, I forgot about the buggy. Harrison Street buggy. Buggy Lane Tours?
Oh, I found it in. Oh,
Harrison Street.
Yep, Shawana, Indiana.
Is that it?
no, it actually showed up with a look up the Harrison
A
Street.
horse-drawn Amish buggy ride in Harrison Street. Sorry, what?
I think it was Harrison Street Amish. Look up Harrison Street Inn.
Harrison Street in Cannon Beach?
Nope.
Buggy. I'm looking at Buggy. Sullivan, Illinois?
Yep.
You got to understand that your Google search results are not the same as ours due to personal history.
Oh, true. Because
Yeah,
I looked up stuff earlier. Okay.
Yeah, is it Sullivan, Illinois?
Yeah, as you're sort of looking through, and like you may have known about, like you do a couple searches, and like with a filmmaker, it kind of helps you narrow it down. When you look at the picture of it, that's it. That's the place you saw.
Is Sullivan, Illinois?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Harrison Street Inn in Sullivan. Yeah, that's what it is. That's it. That's it. We gotta go there. Also, Sapphire in the dream told me that I can't take gifts, but we need the key.
But you just accepted information from what's possibly some kind of shadow demon.
Roxy just like has the most dumbfounded expression on her face. She has no fucking clue what anyone's talking about.
Okay, but like, I didn't know because like there's an old lady in the kitchen of this like inn, and she like had a ruby in her ribs, and like that was the key. But I didn't like go for it, and like she didn't offer it. So I think like that was a gift I wasn't supposed to take, or like when we get there, if we see her and she offers, then we don't take it. But also, like, there's a body there and lots of blood, and like I think she's Ordo. I don't know.
She wasn't big enough to be Ordo.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she was like a frail old lady.
Okay.
We're walking into a trap. Like, Max just kind of puts his head down and sighs. Like,
okay, then what do you suggest?
I suggest we walk into it.
Can someone? I feel like I've skipped a few chapters here. What's going on?
Something went wrong. Something went wrong.
Let's put that
Sapphire cut out. Something was chasing me in this giant forest.
When you were tripping.
Yes, when I was tripping. And then I was here at this inn in Sullivan. And there's a man and something was crawling out of him, and he was telling me that I wasn't at the wrong place. And he knew that I was looking for Henry, and then I went inside to get away from him, and there was a frail old lady with blood covering her hands, and a human body carved up, twitching.
So we get back to the hotel, we throw up some wards, we sleep out, we move in the morning.
Are you sure this wasn't just a bad trip?
I would have been on that if not for the fact that there was a real fortune teller and I talked to a shadow demon.
Right, and then there's the shadow thing. What did it say? Helsinki?
Yeah, wait. You saw something? What?
It may be completely unrelated. It might not be. Apparently I'm being hunted by shadow people.
You're being hunted? Are you sure it's not me being hunted? Because I was literally hunted in my vision.
I don't know. He said that the other him is hunting me.
Okay,
But
who was him?
But I don't. His name was Jacob.
Okay.
But he gave me something. He gave me something really good, and you're gonna love this. But first, we have to get to the hotel and not die.
Okay, let's go. Yeah.
So back to the
for
hotel?
sleeping.
Yep. Yeah, you get back to the hotel. So I guess you're not going to the drag.
Well,
Sure,
is Sapphire even putting on? Is she performing still?
As far you unless you get back a hold of her, you're not sure. It seemed like no. This was a pretty solid guess on that.
I think I just ruined her life. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if Art sleeps. Like maybe he's got some emergency over the counter sleep medicine. Yeah, he's probably got that and just pops it. And, it's not good sleep. If you ever been on sleep medicine, it's not like you don't wake up feeling like you slept. You woke up feeling like at least you weren't awake.
Yeah.
Max has managed to sleep, but he's plastered the room in every movie, paper versions of every movie equivalent of the ceiling spell. There might not even be magic behind a third of these, but it makes him feel better.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you guys basically magic it up and then crash. Okay. There might be some bad dreams there or something, but yeah, not overall. It's a fairly uneventful evening. You sort of wake up the next morning. Some of you probably slept quite a while because you still had that jet lag going on. But you're kind of acclimated back to the central time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you know that basically Sullivan's about a 3-hour trip south from
Question:
Chicago.
Will this mess with Roxy's gig in Chicago or whatever it is? Because cool,
You got a couple days.
Then Roxy has no complaints.
Yeah, I think I don't think Art has a car. We don't have the van.
We can hire a car. We can hire a good car.
You
Not that my
just,
van
rent
was
a car.
amazing.
I mean, yeah, we could just rent a car. Okay, guess we're renting a car.
Okay. So you rent a car
Yeah.
and head south? Okay. So you head south down through, like I said, tons and tons of cornfields, and then kind of way out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I actually taught for 2 summers at the little theater on the square, like the little kids, they're acting there. Yeah, just sort of look up some stuff. That there's actually it's the only professional repertory theater company between Chicago and St. Louis. And it is in the middle of Amish country.
Told you it had to do with the
Weird thing is, not only Amish horse and buggies, recumbent bikes.
they don't count.
Recumbent bikes?
Which recumbent? I
No,
we
what
saw
does
a
that
lot of
mean?
recumbent bikes, which kind of makes me. It's those bikes where you kind of.
It's a laid-back bike.
Like old people bikes.
Yeah, and like they're really low to the ground.
Yeah,
it's almost like
I totally,
a chair.
All right.
So yeah, like and as you start going like into Sullivan itself, as you pass horses and buggies, they wave as you go by. You see like a number of houses out there with like no electrical lines coming to them, and then you're in Sullivan itself, and Sullivan is this like small little picturesque city. Like if you kind of like drive through the main square, it kind of looks like the main square from Back to the Future, but it's got like a theater on one side and a lot of like small shops and stuff around it. And before too long, you find yourself standing directly outside that exact same house that you saw in the vision.
This is a little freaky. It looks exactly the same. I mean, that's good. We know that's that, but
Get when you're dealing with demons.
do you really think it's demons?
Like Max just kind of stares at him like, I can't think of anything else right now that has the ability to talk to people through invisible mirrors and haunt your dreams. Like,
Well, didn't you say that they were like a servant of the room?
no, it's I don't know anymore. This is the end of my knowledge train. I didn't even know the rooms had servants or opposites. But apparently,
Yeah. Opposites. Like
I
the
told you
rooms
that,
have
right?
opposites. You said he had an opposite. The room has an opposite?
no, like as in his room, as in we're looking for his room. But there's an opposite to his room. And
Okay, is his room the room of renunciation, or is his the opposite of the room of renunciation?
I don't even know if his is a renunciation, but the way he suggested it, basically, if we can figure out where he is, he'll guide us to an opposite that will put things back together.
Holy shit.
However, whatever runs that opposite is coming after me.
Why? Why is it coming after me?
Not me, you, me.
Yeah, no, that's the confusing part.
Art, you were a lot cooler before you started sounding like Max. Just fucking saying.
Like, gives you, like, a fucking hard look. Like,
No, seriously? I can only survive one Max. Don't turn into Max.
Listen, one of the only people in my life besides you two who really knows what's going on, and I just had to run away from them and hope that they aren't dead in a day or two. Cut me a little slack, all right?
Sapphire should be okay because that room was warded out to hell. My new problem is I don't know any rooms that actually work.
Let's just see what we can do here. Let's see if we can get some more answers.
Okay, now I need to tell you something,
Uh-huh.
and I need you to listen to me.
Uh-huh.
This is a death trap.
A death trap. And you said we should come here.
We have to.
Max, I don't know if this is the time for that.
It's okay, here's the thing. We either walk into the death trap and we deal with it while I have a shit ton of magic, or we don't walk into the death trap and we have to deal with it when I'm effectively useless.
Or you and Roxy don't go in because I can't ask you to do that.
You'll die.
I like that plan.
You'll flat out fucking die.
I see Roxy just popping in the frame. I like that plan. You'll die. Disappear.
Why? You weren't there. You were in the vision. How do you know I'll die?
This is the only way I can explain it, because that's what happens in the movies.
Max. This isn't a movie. Max, this is my life. This is your life. This is our lives.
Surely you get a charge for this, isn't a movie.
We don't have to follow whatever bullshit.
I'm not sure if this is how it works mechanically, but can I have, like, when he says those lines, can I have, like, Max glow slightly as the charge, like, enters his body?
It's more of an inner glow. Like, you just, you just gotta feel it.
I'm, like, I hate to break it to you, but I'm literally more powerful because you said that.
Okay, well then you're more prepared, right?
Yes,
if you're
that's why I go into the death trap.
Okay, Max, you need to be very plain right now. Are you saying that we shouldn't go in right now? Or are you saying that we have to go in right now? Because you're saying some really contradictory things.
We have to go in right now.
I have to go in, or we have to go in?
We have to go in.
Roxy, you don't have to go in.
Cool.
Oh man, if Max looks very serious during all this, right?
Oh yeah, like Max is like freaked out of his skin. He keeps like half twitching near his incredibly fake looking gun.
Yeah, I think Art takes out like an envelope. It's like very sealed. Gives it to Roxy. In case things go south, just open it.
Okay.
Roxy, Max is convinced I'm walking into a death trap. It's a death letter. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I die to start finding random theaters in Chicago and just throwing boxes of the tapes in there. They'll figure it out.
We're not gonna die in there. We're not gonna die in there. And like Art like takes your hand, takes Roxy's hand, and like sighs and it's like, complete the circle, hold hands.
Max plays along.
So are all three going
no,
up to the door?
right now I'm trying to do one more gutter magic thing.
Okay. So while you figure that out, I have to pee real quick. And then
hey y'all, what's something from the collective unconscious of I don't want to die, and I don't want either of you to die either, but we might die.
Can you call on? Okay, here's a weird one.
Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
No. Here's a niche one. Here's like you're going into a spooky house or like a room where there's definitely a murderer, and we're the audience being like, "Don't go in there. Don't go in that room."
But it's Roxy doing that, right?
No, but like that's the collective unconsciousness of like.
The collective unconscious is telling us not to go in the room.
Yeah,
that's like good.
That's like the trope of just like they're obviously going into a death trap, and so the audience is just like, "Don't go in there. What the fuck are you doing? This is obviously."
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that.
Max is fully aware of the death trap.
Is that you come back? Yeah. Okay.
What?
Oh no, he's not. Okay.
Just
my tab lied to me with a preview of the window. Oh, I should have gone to the bathroom then too. Oh well. Small price to pay.
I mean, we still have time. Run.
Okay, I'm going.
I'm also going.
They
so
both
you're
thought
doing
that they
gutter
had time to run to the bathroom.
Oh, they do. So is Roxy just staying outside during all this?
She's going to be in the car reading the letter Art just gave her.
Only open this if I die.
Back.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, Xander had a very good idea for this. So, doing gutter magic. I'm like while I'm holding their hands, I have my thumbs over like their artery on their wrist, so I can feel their heartbeats. I'm like listening for my own heartbeat too. And for the collective unconscious is the audience in a horror movie yelling at the screen not to go into the trap.
What?
All right, let's see how this goes.
I don't.
Got it. 49 is my director.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just a boon to us to like avoid danger.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you do that. You can kind of feel some magic sealing when you do that. You're like,
All right.
like, okay.
Yeah. All right. I've done all I can to get ready. Let's go, kid. You know you literally don't have to do this. You think you do. You don't.
I literally do.
That's really sad. Let's go.
Roxy's just in the back of the car.
Yeah. Trying to peel open the letter just... How sealed is it?
Fucking, like, it's very sealed. It's like one of those, like, fancy envelopes that, like Banksy's, like, you can't see through it and whatever. Like, yeah. And it says, like, probably says even, like, do not open without express permission of Art Roland. Are you gonna fucking open it? Are you gonna fucking open my death letter? Don't you fucking dare!
Yeah, Roxy's having like an internal struggle with that idea, but she might.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen
Yeah.
The Good Place? It's like Cheaty, except just with things that are selfish. I should. I don't know. I should. No, maybe I should. I should open it. I should. No, maybe I will. I will open it. No.
So you're opening it?
No. I'll let you know as time progresses.
My God. Okay.
Do you want to roll for the explosion? Oh, I mean, nothing.
Fuck you, Roxy. I actually hated being around you.
It's a letter bomb.
This entire thing was a
letter
ruse
bomb.
just for this moment.
I'm Beyonce's secret agent.
Beyonce secret agents. That sounds like a Wilderness of Mirrors game. Okay, so if Roxy's in the car looking over the letter, like wondering if she should open it or not, what are you two doing?
I'm like literally doing my best to like retrace. Like, all right, I know I went in the house. I know I went towards the kitchen or the hotel. So like I walk in the front door because that's where I came in.
Yeah, you go to the front door, and you open up and you hear hello, and there's a little like you open up and kind of go into this little shop, and you can kind of see the doorway that led into sort of where the kitchen was, and you look and there's a man who's standing there who's not the man that you saw in the vision. Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm pretty good. Kind of reaches out a hand. Double check the name of this. Whoops, wrong one. Only a story company store. I'm Timmy Valentine. How can I help?
Hi, I'm Art Roland. Nice to meet you. And I shake his hand and I take out a business card for my like journalism. I'm like, actually, I don't know. Probably haven't heard of me, but I go around traveling around America. Maybe go some smaller places away from all the noise, and I sort of like to highlight local food places and I got a scoop about you're in here.
It actually hasn't been an inn in several years since John and I bought it. We live here now, and we turned it into the front of it into a little store, but it hasn't actually been an inn for a number of years.
Huh.
They didn't really serve, food as much.
Bad tip then. I guess it happens. That's what I get for trying to talk to people who've come in from the country. They think that things don't change after they've left.
Smiles as well. Sullivan's still Sullivan, which is both good and bad.
Max is like kind of waving his phone around like he's trying to get signal, but he's really got the camera app open looking for shadow figures. Okay. Is it possible to kind of like get a quick evaluate on this guy? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking for like unnatural? About a 3. Like this guy seems there's just something about him that says he's seen some stuff.
We did get another unrelated tip, but I'm not sure if it's the same place.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
about
it.
The hauntings. It's been, it was a thing here or there, but like last day or so, it's gotten worse. We hear things, like just little things happen here and there. You can look up a number of interviews we've done about it. It's
literally looking up an interview. Like yeah, I'm looking it up.
Okay.
What do I find?
Yeah, you see. You see that it shows up on the Harrison Street Inn, shows up on like a couple like Haunted Illinois. You see that there is you actually see something by Timmy Valentine, by the man that you're talking to, which is there.
Knew it was coming. You feel as if the house smiles at you. I know that's supposed to be a nice sentence, but it just sounds creepy now. Rescued from the cruel hands of time. The sound of running, the sound of footsteps. Little feet running and jumping as if a child. Oh. Over the years, we've become accustomed to sharing our house with visitors, those with and without bodies. So nothing horrible. Just sounds annoying more than anything, right?
Yeah.
Well,
it's been a little weirder in the last day or so.
Yeah, we were like how?
We've just heard more things. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, no. I'm sorry. They actually, it is still in. The stuff I looked up made it sound like it was no longer in.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So he goes, yeah. We don't have any guests right now, but yeah, there's been some. It's just been a little more loud than normal.
Where have they been originating from? We do a side business too. That's the other thing about traveling around to places like this. So maybe we can help out.
What's your side business?
Paranormal investigation.
We've had a couple people through here. It's one of those things. If you want to get a room, you can, or a couple rooms. But you'll hear some things. Occasionally, see something out of the corner of your eye. It's been toilets flush, stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll take a look, and don't worry. Like, I guess we say side business. We usually don't charge for things like this. It doesn't quite feel right, but
kind of looks at you and it's like, well, I certainly haven't hired you.
I yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure you didn't think we were trying to sell you something. We ain't.
And the door opens, and then in walks another guy. This is the guy you saw earlier. This is the guy you saw in your dream.
Yeah, I think like Art probably can't like lets his gaze linger a little bit too long.
He goes, "Hi, John."
Hi, Art.
Hi, evaluating unnatural.
Have I met you before?
No, I mean, do you come here to see the shows? Yes, about the same.
Yeah,
And you're guessing for the same reasons.
okay.
I goes, "Do you come to see the shows at the theater?"
No, never been here. You just
Probably not.
weird. Well, we were
Got
just
one of those faces.
Yeah, I guess so. We were just telling him over there we're gonna be staying the night.
Excellent. How many rooms? We're vacant right now.
Looks at Max like one, two,
One.
one.
All right. He goes, "Yeah, we it's between shows right now. They've got another show opening a little later this week. We usually have, on the weekends when people are coming to see some of the theater here. But right now we're a little open, and like you kind of go through and it's like how much that'll be, and you kind of sign on the thing."
Yeah. What are they putting on soon?
He goes, "Haven't quite checked. Let's see. I think we've got a. Is that a curiosity? I go there rarely.
Our town?
Is it our town?
No.
I'm actually kind of curious what their season is. I there. Jennifer taught there, performed there for years. Well, lately they've been doing they've got some movies going on the main stage, but they should have we have a children's show coming up here soon, which brings family members in, and then after that, after that, they've got summer stock coming. The summer stock coming in the summer. Little things kind of here and there. The Christmas season is over. Holy shit! This is a lot of like. I guess right now it's this time of year. It's mostly like The Greatest Showman, Shape of Water, 10 Commandments, Prince of Egypt, and The Post, and Maze Runner: Death Cure.
Wait.
Okay.
Like an actual film copy of The Prince of Egypt.
That's what they're showing in. That's March 31st. Though I would say we're not in the actual same. We're back in like September, so it's whatever was performing there in September. But yeah, they've got like we'll say Ragtime that's coming soon.
Alrighty. Thanks for the information. Quick question. Timmy was saying those noises y'all been hearing that they've been getting worse the past few days. They've been feeling worse in a certain place.
It could be just one of those things where you sometimes have a weird week or a weird time here and there. It's been, I think you're going to have a little better chance of seeing something than most.
Yeah, I just know these things sometimes they localize, like a bathroom or the kitchen, maybe.
Yeah, Steel Magnolia is closed here recently. They're going to be doing some movies here soon.
Alrighty, well, thank you kindly.
Okay.
I guess we'll head up and check out the room.
Okay.
Rocks.
Yeah, do you get Roxy, or she's still sitting out in the car? Still looking at the letter.
Hyperventilating over it.
I think that, like, given how serious Max was about this place being a trap, I don't think I'm going out of it yet.
Okay.
Max can double back. Grab her.
Wait, Max. It's okay if you go?
Different kind of death trap. We've already committed to stay the night, so we just kind of staved it off.
Oh.
It still happens, but now it's a group scene.
Sure. I'll go look at the room.
Okay. So Max, you go out to get Roxy, and then And the art, you go up to the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're kind of heading up to the room. Room itself is decent sized. I mean, there's 3 of you. It's gonna be a squeeze. Yeah, you sort of you come in. He opens up the door. He's like, "Yep, these are some of our rooms." Then he just sort of stops and is staring at there's a you got like the closet in the thing, and there's the door leading somewhere in one of the walls. He's just staring at the door.
Hey, what's up?
That door shouldn't be there.
I've heard about things like this. Just ignore it. If it's not supposed to be there, then you forget that it's there, and then it isn't there anymore.
I think he kind of takes a step towards it, but you can tell that he is a little freaking out.
I need to roll that? Oh,
No.
he is.
No, I'm going to let him switch it, though, with one of his things. Basically, like, he is there to make sure people are okay, so he can switch that to an 8. He goes, maybe we should get you a different room.
No, it really, this one's fine, I promise. I don't want... You're already up here, you already got the key. It's just a door. It's not Wolverine.
He sort of stays back a little bit. He's like, yeah, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just not feeling well recently. Like, yeah. And so he's kind of, he goes, yeah, it locks if you want. He kind of hands you a key. We serve breakfast and lunch. He kind of gives like when breakfast and lunch is. Just let us know what you like. We got a small menu for it. And he kind of tells you a few of the things that are not too far around town.
Alrighty, yeah. I thank him, and then I just like sit in the room and wait for Max and Roxy to come back.
Okay. So Max and Roxy, you go up?
Yeah, Max has like pulled his full suite of camera equipment out with him. And like what appears to be a highly realistic copy of the ghost detector from Ghostbusters, complete with battle damage.
Complete with battle damage.
It's an EMF detector.
Sure it is, kid. Yeah, did you two see that door like right next to here when you were walking in?
Like, in the room, there's a door that like maybe that's a bathroom door or whatever.
Oh, it's in the room. It's not the hallway.
It's in the room. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then like Art just points to it. Is like apparently that door isn't supposed to be here.
Like Max thinks for a second. He kind of like recalling the layout of the place. Does this door make like any sense physically with the rest of the building?
There is a possibility that maybe it leads into a bathroom. But beyond that, I think there's a moment where you look, it could be a bathroom, and then you sort of like peek out into the hallway, and then you see like Max sort of peek back. It's like, well, if it's a bathroom, it doesn't have a door that goes into the hallway. Maybe it's between 2 rooms. Maybe it's one of those doors that go into the other room.
Like Max puts his head down, like continued sighing. He doesn't even bother to set up the cameras.
Open it.
All right.
No. I'm like, if you're going to open it, Art's like running up to stop you.
Like Roxy's just like says, just like open it.
And
just says open.
Oh.
No. Not yet.
We have to.
I know Max, I get that we have to. Is now the time, though?
Yes.
As soon as possible.
Wait. Is there a mirror in the room?
Yes.
Check the mirror.
Like Max hoists up the viewfinder to the mirror because he remembers that's how it worked.
When you look in the mirror, the doorway is the doorway is there. The door is open, and you see a little old lady walking away from you.
Anything?
Creepy ghost lady.
Okay, we gotta go now.
She's walking
That's probably
away.
her. Okay, I open the door.
And that sounds like a good place to leave it for tonight.
God damn
Since we're getting towards 9 o'clock. Now next
Yeah.
week I've got spring break, which means if we're going later, I'm absolutely able to because I'm not getting up at like 5:30 the next
Cool.
day.
Awesome.
Cool. People have some checks to roll.
No.
Get more college students.
Yeah, buddy. To be honest, that was like I really wanted you to like crit success that one so bad.
Let's see if I get any better at college student. No.
No,
I'm
remember you just roll. No, you don't have to roll to see if it goes up. You just roll a D5.
5 sounds right.
You just roll
4.
Is it 4?
No,
Wait,
it's
we
a
can just
D5.
scroll up. We can scroll up. It's a D5.
I guess it's a D5.
Yeah, it's a D5.
Like if D10 divided by 2. Yeah.
Nice!
Yeah, add 5% to it.
Way to go. Look at you.
Yeah, and basically anything that fails, or if an active star one rolls. So yeah, so next time you'll open up the door that does not exist in the wall.
Uh-huh.
And see
You're
where
like-
that leaves.
We've hit some like bad shit, but like this is like the creepiest I've felt in a while in this game. Just like, oh, bad shit's going on, huh?
Good spoopy session. I like it.
Yeah, me
Listen,
too.
I'm excited to do like a haunted house thing because I love haunted house stories. There's just not a lot of them. Like, I don't find a lot of good ones.
Yeah. Oh man. Alrighty, well,
All right.
nice playing.